both Hotel Grande Bretagne and the King George. And this is my colleague Maro.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maro, and I'm handling all the group requests from your respective countries. So that is why we are together today in this webinar, so that you can get to meet both of us in case of group or individual requests. We thank you all for your time and for your interest in learning more about our hotels.
Thank you so much, Belion, for arranging this webinar, and thank you all of you for having the time to join. I will share now my screen so we can start with the presentation. I assume that everyone can see. If there is any problem, please make sure to just stop and let us know. So, thank you everybody for joining again. This is the first picture actually depicts and showcases where the hotels are located. As you can see, both properties, the Hotel Grande Bretagne and the King George, are basically attached to each other. They're not interconnecting. However, as you can see, they are sister properties located exactly in the heart of Athens. Opposite the hotels, you can actually see the Constitution Square, the Syntagma Square, as we say it in Greek, and of course, the Greek Parliament. I am making a big point regarding the locations because we will need this information afterwards to see where everything is located. So I'm pretty sure that everyone knows what Athens has to offer, what Athens is. Of course, the birthplace of democracy. Almost 4,000 years ago, we have a plenty selection of gastronomy sites, gastronomy scenes, museums, and of course, some modern art museums and galleries. I just want you to make sure to understand that Athens is not only the museums and the archaeological sites that maybe most of you have in mind. We offer a great selection of modern museums and galleries, the lifestyle, the nightlife of Athens that has to offer, luxury shops, of course, and everything else that you may need in a European city. I also want to point out that we're a great destination regarding wintertime. I want to point this out because I understand Athens is mostly connecting with the islands, so the majority prefers to travel during summertime, pre or post the island hopping. However, we are trying our best to make sure and place Athens in your minds for a city break maybe or a weekend break during the winter time for many, many reasons. The majority, of course, is that less crowds, you can access everything with no time, no pressure, and of course enjoy the city way more than you would enjoy during the summer times. I understand that you will need maybe to combine with any other hotel or destination. In this case, it's a great option to combine with the Riviera, which is actually located, if we don't have so much traffic, it's about 1 or maybe 1.5 hours away from the city center of Athens, or with a great selection of hotels that we actually have at the Peloponnese area. Maybe you are always aware for the Costa Navarino, Mandarin Oriental, Romanos, and of course, other brands as well. This is the map that we actually showcase in every presentation. As you can see in the middle, these are the hotels that actually are located, the Grande Bretagne and the King George. All the area that you see around these properties is within 15 to 20 minutes walking distance. So we have, of course, the Greek Parliament, the National Gardens, the Parthenon, some of the most, let's just say, Benaki museums of cyclic art, if someone wants actually to go and explore. Everything here is located literally 15 to 20 minutes. No need to get a car, no need to arrange any transfers. Everything is walkable, and this is one of the key points of the destination and, of course, the location of both of the hotels. We are starting now with the Hotel Grande Bretagne. This property was actually introduced firstly in 1874 as one of the first ultra-luxury hotels that actually were presented in Athens and Greece in general. The total of the rooms that we have here is 320. We have a great variety of standard rooms, deluxe rooms, and of course, the suites. As we move forward, this is one of the best-selling room category that we actually offer, the Acropolis, the Deluxe Acropolis View Room. Kindly note that we do have Acropolis view rooms, but they are of limited capacity, meaning that we have only 25 Acropolis rooms at the Grande Bretagne. These are the best sellers, the top sellers. They sell out first, so we need to make sure that we make the reservations way more prior in order to have the Acropolis view. Our Grand Suite Acropolis view. As you can see from this picture, the layout of most of our suites is kind of the same. We categorize our rooms based on the view and not so much based on the size. All of our suites, from the deluxe suites to the royal suites that we actually are in, are very spacious. We have a separate living room, separate bedroom. We have exclusive privileges when booking the suites, private check-in, private checkout on the 6th floor at the butler floor reception. We also have butlers being assigned prior for the guest actually arriving at the hotel. They communicate through WhatsApp applications, making sure that everything is ready for the guest. They offer services of packing and unpacking. Of course, anything they may need, like dinner reservations, shop reservations, maybe any information regarding the destination and the hotel, our butlers will make sure to provide some. We have also a great selection of connecting rooms, from standard rooms to suites. This is perfect for families that are traveling and are in need of having connecting options. And of course, we always confirm the connecting options upon reservation. So once you make this note, you will have a written confirmation that you can have the connecting options and you will be set for the families arriving. Moving on, one of our main restaurants, the GB Roof Garden, located on the 8th floor of the Hotel Grande Bretagne, a truly gem not only for the hotel but for the city as well. This is one of the most well-known restaurants that actually we do have right now in Athens, and especially in the city center. Very much preferred by the guest and the outside guests as well. This is the main restaurant that your guests are having their breakfast when booking our hotel. Of course, we also offer lunch and dinner at the same restaurant, which is actually optional. So just for you to be aware, if you want to have dinner reservations with this breathtaking view, especially during summertime, which is the most sought after season, please make sure to place your reservations for dinner arrangements very much prior in order for us to ensure to have the table, on time and everything else arranged. The cuisine that we offer at the GB Roof Garden is Mediterranean, so we have a great selection of wines and spirits as well. The second restaurant that we have on site, located at the lobby area of the hotel, just for you to have an idea, once you enter the Hotel Grande Bretagne, the first restaurant that you will see is the Winter Garden, as we see now, the all-day city lounge function space that we actually offer at the hotel. This is actually open to the public as well and very much preferred by the locals, mostly because we host some small meetings regarding the diplomats. All the ministries and the parliament is located exactly 10 feet away. 10 feet away. We also have some celebrities coming in, some journalists, ex-prime ministers that actually prefer the space for their meetings. This is the only space that we offer the afternoon high tea experience, a renowned experience from the beginning of the hotel from 1874. It's actually some kind of a tradition, let's just say, and a great actually option in case you do not want to use the main restaurant as well. This is the Alexander's Bar. It's actually located inside of the Winter Garden. I wish I could take, the laptop and just have a virtual tour, but I cannot do that right now. So this is one of the three bars that we offer at the hotel, the Alexander's Bar. Please note that it was voted as one of the best hotel bars in the world by Forbes magazine for two specific reasons. The first reason is the tapestry that you see behind on the wall that actually depicts the victory of Alexander the Great in one of his sales missions in Asia. And the second reason is because we have a great selection of single malt rare Scotch Macallan whiskies. I'm not sure if anyone is aware of this brand, but one shot of this whiskey actually costs 3,000 euro. So it comes to a very, very pride that we can offer that at our Alexander's Bar and our cigar lounge as well. Now, the exciting news that we also wanted to share regarding this webinar is that we are currently undergoing a renovation of our spa facilities and gym at the Hotel Grande Bretagne on the ground floor. We will be reimagining the whole space into a spa wellness center. These pictures are not real. Those pictures actually renderings, and this is how it will look like in the end. But we will just, really keen to show you how it will be looking like in a few months from now. It will be supposed to be open in fall 2026. We're really excited. All of the spa facilities and the gym are actually used in a repurposed rooms on the first floor at the Grande Bretagne. So the guests of the Grande Bretagne and the King George can use the facials, the massages, manicure, pedicure, gym, everything has been repurposed on the first floor so they can use everything as normal throughout this renovation, or as we said, the reimagining of our spa facilities. Also, by the end of this renovation, both hotels will be actually interconnected on the ground area. So basically, the guests of the King George and the guests of the Grande Bretagne will have the same spa and gym area, which will make it way more easier for the guests of the King George to use these facilities as of now. Last but not least, this is our GB pool located on the 7th floor of the Hotel Grande Bretagne. The view that you see on the opposite side is the Lycabettus Hill, and on top of it is the Church of St. George, hence the St. George Lycabettus Hill, hence the name. Our pool is actually seasonal, operating from April until October if weather permits. We do also have a small deck offering light options for snacks, lunch, or maybe dinner and drinks with an open kitchen. I want to point out that due to the size, as you can see, of this pool, this is accessed only by the guests of the Grande Bretagne. Unfortunately, we cannot accommodate both guests at both properties at the same time. So other than that, the guests of the King George can actually use all of the facilities of the Grande Bretagne, just not the outdoor pool. Unfortunately, as I said, due to the size. Maro?
So this is my part. As I said, I will be your contact person in case of any group request. Group request would mean any corporate meeting, any incentive, but also any social event like a wedding or a baptism or maybe a birthday celebration that would require the use of our ballrooms. This is just a plan so that you can see that all our meeting spaces / ballrooms are located on the same level, which is the ground floor. We also have 3 boardrooms on the mezzanine floor, but this is to show you that everything is very conveniently located one beside the other in a secluded area behind the winter garden. So just to give you an idea how it looks like, the Grand Ballroom, which is the biggest ballroom of the hotel, the only real ballroom of Athens with wooden floors and chandeliers and high ceiling of 5 meters, no pillars, that can accommodate up to 400 people for a big banquet event. Of course, this can also be a plenary room or a meeting session, and it is a space that can be split in 3 smaller rooms. Very close, you may find the Golden Room, which is also spacious, a little bit smaller. It can accommodate up to 250 people in banquet style. And it can serve either as an additional venue or the F&B area in case of a corporate group, always depending on the needs of each request. This area is a big rectangular that can be split in 4 separate squares. So Golden A, B, C, D, or golden room that can be used as a hall. The royal room is also very near to both the big areas and can be used as an additional area. It can be a hospitality suite, it can be a coffee break area. But again, if the group is smaller, it can also be a nice gala dinner for up to, let's say, 100 people. The Athenian Hall is the common area. It is the foyer that unites all those spaces and can be used for various reasons as well, including a registration area or a standing light lunch or a coffee break. And let's move on to the King George now.
Thank you so much, Maro. Now we are moving next to the King George, our sister property. Please note that we are under the same ownership, brand, and management, so we manage both as one. The King George is a boutique hotel. It was firstly built in 1930 and served as the private residency of the Prime Minister of Greece. It's way smaller in size. It has 102 rooms, 63 guest rooms, and 39 suites. And of course, our Michelin-starred restaurant, main restaurant on the 7th floor, the Tudor Hall. One, of course, of our best-selling room categories, as in Grande Bretagne, the King George, we also categorize the rooms based on the view, not on the size. So this is the deluxe Acropolis view room. As you can see, the rooms in King George are lighter in decoration and brighter in colors, as opposed to the all-world luxury style of Hotel Grande Bretagne that we saw previously. Wooden floors, Murano chandeliers, mostly preferred by younger generation and honeymooners. And of course, our ground suite Acropolis view. Again, we do have a separate living room and a separate bedroom for more privacy, way spacious, as in Grande Bretagne. My favorite, actually, and everyone's, I guess, favorite, this is the penthouse suite. This suite is located on the 9th floor of the King George, occupying the whole floor. It's about 280 square meters, if I'm not mistaken. 2 bedrooms, living room, great view of the Acropolis. And of course, the best spot is the terrace. This terrace is a private terrace of the penthouse suite with a private pool. It cannot be accessed by the guests of the King George, privately only for those who are actually staying at the suite, with the amazing view of the Acropolis. This is one of the best views that you can actually have in Athens, and especially in the city center. Is just breathtaking. Provides a great way of privacy, as it has a private elevator taking you from the lobby area to the living room of the suite. If we're talking about rates, just for you to have an idea, if the starting rate would be about 7,000 euros per night, per day, actually. So in this case, of course, it will differentiate regarding of the availability, of course, and the seasonality, but just for you to have a view of how we estimate this type of suite, of course. One of our mainly and new introduced lounges is the George, the lobby bar. This is located at the lobby area of the King George. Previously, we had a plain space at the lobby that were hosting some, contemporary or modern art, let's just say, exhibitions. We transformed this place into George, the lobby bar, offering, a great selection of just, coffee, drinks, light, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, of course. It's been newly introduced, most, attracted by younger generation as well. And this is how the bar looks like. Also, our main restaurant, as I said, the Michelin-starred restaurant, the Tudor Hall, offering contemporary cuisine on the 7th floor of the King George Hotel, with the amazing view, of course, of the Parthenon, as you see at the background. In order for you to differentiate both properties and make sure to just remember some key differences, let's just say, there are 3. So number 1, what makes them different is the size. The size of the King George is smaller in regards of the Grande Bretagne. As we said, 320 rooms, and King George offers 102 rooms in total. The second difference is the style. Hotel Grande Bretagne has more of an all-world cosmopolitan luxury style and feeling in regards to a more contemporary modern approach of the King George. And the third difference is the menu, as we said, Mediterranean options at the GB Roof Garden, and of course contemporary cuisine at the King George. Some of the experiences that we offer throughout the year is, of course, the afternoon high tea experience at the Winter Garden at the Hotel Grande Bretagne, the Il Giardino Segreto, which basically we transform atrium located on the first floor of the Grande Bretagne into more, let's just say, Italian cuisine, offering pizza and other snacks originated from Italy. This runs seasonally throughout the summer season. We also make sure to take advantage of the pool and have actually introduced the pool your cinema, as we say it. So every Thursday regarding the summer season, we transform the deck and the pool area of the Hotel Grande Bretagne on the 7th floor into an open air cinema, projecting some, classic movies or film noir and etc. And of course, during winter time, we are offering the opera nights at the Winter Garden, which is an exclusive experience for guests and also, of course, locals as well. At the King George, we have less experiences, all located at the main restaurant, which is the Tudor Hall. The King Martini, as we said, where actually it's being made in front of you and you can have a taste on the spot. And of course, the Scottish cheese, when you can actually have a selection and taste of this wonderful, Greek-produced cheese on the spot as well. And now to the meeting rooms.
So the hotel is much smaller, but it is also very convenient for smaller groups, especially in the low season. Please keep a note that in the high season, this hotel is almost always, well, hopefully this will happen this year as well. So it is almost always fully booked by individual travelers. Therefore, we are not able to accommodate bigger groups in the high season. High season meaning from April till October. So from November to March, where the weather is still very nice in Greece because we never have a heavy winter in our country, we can accommodate smaller groups up to 80 people in our ballrooms, which are all very conveniently located on the mezzanine level. As you can see, they are very bright. They have a much modern feeling than the ballrooms of Grande Bretagne. And here we can accommodate up to 250 people. If we unite it with the ballroom 2, this can also be bigger and with daylight. Now you actually see a setup for a banquet, but as mentioned, we can also accommodate corporate groups in our areas. It is much brighter in decoration and lighter in colors. These are not real ballrooms as the one that you have in Grande Bretagne. But this is a hotel that is very, very much preferred by corporate smaller groups, but also social events, not so much as Grande Bretagne, but we do have it. And especially from local companies, we do have quite some events taking place there. This is the space with the foyer. So when we open all doors and all partitions, this area in the mezzanine level of King George can be converted to a space that can have up to 400 people for a cocktail.
And we actually reached the end. This is our contact information in case anyone wants to, to write them down. And we are back.
I hope you liked it and that we have given you as many information as possible because we could talk forever.
Especially at the Grande Bretagne, it's like a living museum, as we say it. It has so many, parts and information and so much connected to the history of Athens and Greece in general. So we could actually talk for about 2 hours straight. Thank you, Tatiana, for the kind words. Thank you, Elena, also for the comments. Thank you so much. We do hope that we had, the time in this, in this way to just make sure to transfer this whole feeling of both hotels in case you have not been in many years actually here. Would be our pleasure, of course, to welcome you if anyone would like to in the future. If you have any questions that maybe we can now talk about. If you are meaning to offer a transfer, which is actually our own transfer van that will take them from and to, no, we do not offer this type of option. We offer only transfers through our concierge. So I know that some hotels have their own transfers being arranged, but in our case, everything needs to be arranged if they need to through our concierge department with a vehicle of their preference. Either it's a Mercedes E-Class taxi or a minivan, and etc., depending on the packs, actually. We have begun the renovation process about 2 weeks ago, as we were actually notified, you guys as well. It's supposed to be done until the October of 2026. Hopefully, it will be finished by that time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to everyone for
Bye-bye.
joining. Thank you. We're looking forward welcoming your guests. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.